Good evening all. Doing a quick F3 race at Okayama. Okayama? Not entirely sure how you pronounce it, but we're going to call it Okayama. We are in the F3, the Delara F3, and it is Monday night, which means most people who have been doing this series have probably nailed their lap times by now. Track changes every Tuesday, so this is the last night for people to get those points. I think it's the last 3 weeks of the season, so people are going to be trying to get as many points as they can in the championship. So it's not really the best time to jump into one of these races. I have driven the F3 car around Okayama a few times, but I haven't done a lot of practice. So, well, we'll see how it goes. Normally half the people die in F3 anyway.
It exits clear.
Since the F3 car got the new tyre model, it has been a little bit difficult to get these tyres warmed up, I think, compared to before it had the V7 model.
Ouch.
So they do need 2 or 3 laps to really warm up. You try and gun it out of the pits or off the starting block, lap 1. You push it too hard, you are going to end up in the wall. So it is worth just taking it easy for the first couple of laps and getting them warmed up, and then you can start to push her around a little bit more. There you go. Wanted to go then, I wasn't even pushing her. This is the tricky corner here. A lot of people end up getting a lot of oversteer around here. Too much acceleration out the corner. Back end just comes round solo to the front end. So my best time around here is a 1:23.2, which isn't.
39.
Oh, she just doesn't want to steer. That's just what I mean.
Watch
That's
the
just,
track limits, please, Dominic.
just let this guy go. Yeah, so cold tyres on this car, this track, turn 1. It will understeer a lot. But other than that, when she's up to temperature, this is quite a good track for F3. It's I'd say it's probably moderate difficulty for overtaking. You can send it down to various corners, but legitimate sort of safe, reasonable overtaking opportunities around here are limited, but achievable. Now we are running full fuel at the moment, so that's a 1:29.7. Still under.
Car in front has just posted a 127.7.
No, 1:29.6. I'm not too worried about that. I am just talking and driving and just getting the tyres warmed up. We'll be down to 1:25s. I'm not going to be. I won't be pushing it too hard in the race. Not for the first half anyway. We'll let everyone die around us first. pull off here because the race is about to begin. So,
Sorry.
Gorka. Was that you, Gorka? Was that Gorka behind me? I apologised. No, it wasn't. That's Keith. That's me pulling over, and that's Keith just pulling over. It's been a long day today, so I probably won't do a lot of talking. That's probably a good thing. Right. Yeah, I should be doing 123s around here. The fast guys and girls are doing 122s. I haven't done enough practice to find that second. I'm sure it's there somewhere, but I've only done a few races around here, so we'll see what happens. So strength of field is 1.9. No, that's my IR. That's how long a day it's been today. Strength of field race labs calculate as 2k. We are car number, let's have a look what car number we are. Car number 16, which is pretty good for us, because that means top 10 finish would be quite good. We can get top 10, be happy with that. Let's have a look, see who's in.
The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 26 Celsius.
Track temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Let's have a look who's in here. So I don't think there's anyone in here that I recognise. No? There's anyone in here at all that I recognise. Mind you, I haven't done F3 racing for a long time. I normally do the F3.5. It's only because our Sim Party Racing team is doing a GTF3 league, which is an F3 and a GT3 league combined. So I'm just doing a few F3 races to get used to the car more than anything. But yeah, I haven't done F3 racing properly for at least a year. Well, there you go, it's checkered flag. So let's just take some fuel out, and then we'll see if we can get 124.5 would be nice for quali. 24 litres of fuel, so let's just stick in so stick in 24 litres of 7 litres. Can't bother to work it out. Right.
All clear. Push now. Alright, Dominic. We've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
So what I tend to try and do is a nice easy out lap. It's the worst thing in the world is to have an off track or stick it in the wall on the out lap. For your safety racing, that's not going to do any help at all. So a nice easy out lap. The way I normally approach qualifying is first lap, head down, quiet, get a banker lap in. So I'm not pushing it to the limits, but I do want to try and get a decent time. No mistakes, and then if I manage to get the banker lap in, then I can push her a little bit harder for the second lap, knowing that I've already got that one lap in. Make sense? Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Right, key round here is keeping tight on that corner and a fast exit. here we go. Got 1.5 seconds down already. Screwed that up. Okay, that's the banker lap ruined.
V9.
Okay, the leader's done a 123, then 124s, so
The leader has just done a 123.0. Fastest lap for Schmitz, 22.8.
oh, we've got 122.8 in there.
V13.
Right, well, we said a 124.5. We were aiming for. We got a 124.1. P13, which doesn't sound good. However, it's a low 124, and there's quite a few cars in the high 123s. So, top 10 finishes we're aiming for. I think that's doable. Nice and safe for the first 2 and 3 laps. Put the fuel back in. I made that mistake before. Too many times. Yeah, I think car setup's quite important around here in the F3, just because of the balance between some of the really tight, slow corners, and you've got a couple of, I'd say, medium speed corners. So, depending on your driving style, having that trade-off between sort of the low drag on a couple of the, I suppose you've got a couple of nice straights, two nice straights around here where a low aero package, low drag would benefit you, save you a few tenths. Be a bit careful through some of the medium speed corners, but yeah, trying to find that sort of right car setup that suits your driving style definitely, I would say, accounts for half a second round here. Just a tenth here, tenth there on some of the corners, tenth there on a couple of the straights. Again, suiting your driving style. So you could take a good baseline setup and really tweak it to your advantage, to your style of driving around here, and make it work for you. But that does require practice and time, which I haven't had this week. So we'll see how this goes. P15. There's a few that haven't qualified. They're the ones that always worry me. I think you should mandatory. I think you should have to set a lap, or if you don't set a qualifying lap, you should start from the pits. Because the issue we have in iRacing is some people with certain tracks they won't qualify. They'll start from the back. They'll wait for the carnage to happen on turn 1, turn 2, and then they'll try and gain positions. But the problem that happens is that some of them will be faster drivers than the ones who have qualified, and they'll be so much quicker than those. When they catch the back of the pack, they end up ramming or rear-ending them because there's such a difference in speed and braking points between the really slow drivers and the fast drivers who haven't qualified. So I do think iRacing would benefit from.
That's the end of the session.
If
P15.
you don't set a qualifying lap, you start from the pits. But that's just my thoughts. Ah, 1 minute 40 till we go to grid. Right, so just during the race, because I haven't got my tablet mount, because I've changed my rig, I haven't got my tablet mount set up. So if you do message, apologies, I can't see it. I need to get my tablet set up so I can read chat. One minute. Let's go to grid. Let's go to grid. So who have we got behind me? I always like looking at people's safety rating. Got Hugo to the right, just behind, 2.3. So our people's safety rating is lower than what I'd like, but here we go. Some of the 2KI ratings at the back. Now, they're the ones who haven't set a qualifying session or.
You're being invaded.
Ah! Hello.
Going well?
Just about to qualified P16. You are live on YouTube to my 1 billion viewers.
Whoa.
temp is
You might be
Hello,
the only one.
viewers.
Celsius. 15th place.
Just about to go.
Okay, Dominic, here we go.
Green light's about to go.
Go, go, go.
It's not a bad start. No one's killed me off the line.
One of the guys in mine was just streaming his race he was about to do whilst we were talking. He
Oh,
lasted 2 corners at Okayama.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, you should watch my whole race. It was 2 corners long.
Right.
Yeah, I've experienced that.
He's still there. You're right.
He got hit on the start
They're on
line,
lead.
and then obviously he had damage, and then he got flung into space about 4 times before all the traffic had finished.
Okayama and F3 is. I mean, the car suits the circuit in a lot of ways, but just not some drivers.
I think it's just because there's so many cars in a race. I think
Clear right.
it's just a little bit small for the 25 drivers or whatever it is.
On your right.
He was in the radicals as well, so they're even wider.
Side's clear. Car right.
So obviously there's no space at all.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
I've got some lap 1 heroes around me at the moment.
Still there. Right side's clear.
Good luck dealing
Car
with them.
right. Right side's clear.
Right, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna head to bed, but good luck. Keep it up.
You're a
Last
fucking
corner,
dumbass.
Clear left.
Oh, that was just awesome. How I avoided that, I have no idea. We'll replay that in the incidents later.
Oh my god, I was just about to go and I saw that.
Did you see that awesome driving?
Well, it was not just awesome driving, it was a complete guess.
Oh, please. Please, that was the most awesome. Look at my. That was awesome driving. I left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, righted that to perfection.
It was pure skill, right? Instinct.
That was just pure. That was the force. That was literally using the force.
Because if you turned any more to the right, you'd have hit the guy who passed you on the inside as well.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was awesome.
Or fail.
It was, yeah, it was basically Russian roulette, and there was 5 bullets in the gun.
Yeah.
I got the one chain, but I didn't have a bullet in it.
And then everybody else just died.
Oh no, 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 no! Don't do it again!
Corner.
You good?
Yeah, I'm still alive. I hate F3.
Yeah, but you keep still driving. You're still
Well, I'm only
driving
driving it. I'm only driving it because of our own league.
Oh,
It
yeah.
makes no sense to do the 3.5 and the F3.
Just turn up to the league. You don't have to do races in this car.
I hate this league. It's not the car, it's not the tracks, it's just other people. I hate.
I think it's just the F3 brings out the worst in people's driving.
F3 is like, it's just like I'm not quite good enough for F1. I'm tired of the skippies. I'm just going to do F3. That's what it is. That's the only people who drive F3, I think.
I think it's also because the Skippy doesn't get on with quite a lot of people. I don't think it doesn't suit everyone's driving style, whereas the F3 is kind of what you expect from like an F1 kind of game.
Exactly.
So people go straight to the F3 without any kind of like prior driving, and obviously that causes all hell to break loose. Like there's some C and B classes in yours,
But people forget, like with the new tyre model on the F3, it does actually take 2 or 3 laps to warm this car up. You're not gonna, you can't gun this, and if you do, you're gonna wreck your tyres anyway.
Right, I'm gonna head off actually because I need to go to bed. So good luck.
Yeah, see that,
Enjoy
buddy.
the race.
Don't panic, we'll get him back.
That was Matt, everyone, from Sim Party Racing. Oh, we're still P18. Ugh.
Car right. Car right, clear right. Yellow flag. There's an incident in Piper. Looks like it's Meadows.
It's another 2.
Come on, boy.
There's an incident in Hobbs. Car right. Clear right. Car left. Still there. Clear left. Car left. Still there. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear left. incident in Red Man Corner, yellow flag, caution.
Oh, I hope we haven't picked up any damage from that.
The leader's just
He just
done
parked it on the corner.
22.5. New fastest lap for Schmitz on 22.5.
Literally parked it on the corner. I mean, I was on the inside, and even I could have got around that corner on the inside. Oh,
The gap in front has increased to 1.4. P19. The gap behind is now 0.9.
no, it's my fault. I mean, I hit him. Well, I think it was a 0x, but I mean, I still hit him.
The leader has just done a 22.2. Incident in first corner. Okay, Dominic, don't let this guy distract you. You're quicker than us entering Atwood Curve. On your right. Clear right. The gap in front is now 0.7.
Come on.
P20.
Steering's definitely heavier going right, so I don't know if I've knocked an end plate off or something on the wing, but there's definitely a bit more of a struggle trying to go right. Ah, silly mistake.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
go, the tyres are starting to bite in a bit more now.
Picking the front just now, not the tent.
Okay, so we've got a little train in front of us. Stay close to them, you might be able to make something happen.
This rest of the new into Atwood Curve, P19. Good luck. That's your quickest today. Pulling away. The gap behind is now 18 seconds.
Halfway. Come on.
Okay, Dominic, halfway home. Fuel looks good. Lap times are improving. This is good.
See what happens with these two. Hugo's benefiting from this hugely.
That was at 123.9. The guy behind has just done it. 122.4. The leader has just done a 121.9.
That's close.
You've just done a 123.9. The guy behind has just done a 122.2. Alright, Dominic, keep that under pressure. Don't make a mistake. That lap time was 123.6.
It's going to be really difficult getting past this guy because we're pretty much matching speed everywhere. Need him to make a little mistake somewhere.
Schmitz is now leading P19. Stay close, there might be a chance here.
Don't know where to go past. There's nowhere in particular. He's slower than me. Apart from there, that previous corner.
Wasted time behind this guy. Get your elbows out and get round him. Okay, Dominic, that's good consistency. Keep it up. You've just done a 123.7.
Oh, I can't believe this is a battle for P19. If he keeps driving like this, there's no way round him, to be honest,
Keep
not
pushing,
safely.
there'll be a chance here.
There you go. Oh,
Stay close, wait for him to make a mistake. Left side, clear left. Right side's clear. Nice move, mate.
there we go. There's the mistake.
B18, 2 laps remaining. Okay, Dominic, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. He's faster than you, entering Atwood Curve.
See what happens up front here.
Last lap. Your lap time was at 1:23.8.
There might be P16 on the cards if these two keep fighting.
On your right. Hold your line. Clear right, car right. Right side's clear, car right. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right, on your left, clear left.
go. Belle bataille.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Sorry, Noel.
We're done.
That was my bad, I think. I've looked at the replay, but I had Raphael in front of me as well. Oh well. Oh, let's have a look at the replay. I think that was my fault. Oh, I had Raphael in front of me, and I would have had that position anyway had he not spun, but oh. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Wait. Right. The start wasn't. Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that? I think the start was too bad. In fact, actually, that's probably one of the better starts I think I've seen in F3 around here. Let's go. There's one off there. Oh, I think that was that the incident. Oh, let's go back and have a look. Was this the one that? Was this the one that? Oh, my mouse Bluetooth. I hate this. The Bluetooth on my mouse just keeps not working right. Was that Josh the Conqueror? Right. It was. That was the incident. Look at that. That was just absolutely awesome. Let's do, hold on. Let's go back. Look at this. Oh, yeah, saw him coming. Oh. Even knows, is it? Oh, that was close. That was so close. Anyway, moving on. Oh. He's dead. Oh. Well, I'm to get back to the pits though. Oh, you just know what's going to happen here, don't you? Yeah, there we go. You can't go down the inside that fast. Oh, that was lucky. Don't accelerate. Ooh. Ouch. Oh. I'm going to reverse onto the track to go back off of it to reverse back on it again. Cool. Good bit of driving. And here you are again. Yeah. Yeah, 3-point turn. Check your mirrors. Put it into first. There we go. Oh, back in the pits again. Well, that's a bit quick. Well, at least you waited for everyone to go. Yeah. Oh, okay. Old Red Bull livery there. You're going to see all of it now. Little bit of oversteer there. That's unusual. I've never done that before. So this is the last incident. This is with me. So let's just go back a bit, because what actually happened here is I was actually had about half a second on Noel at this point, saw him spinning, had to ease off, and then he could save, but now he's in my way. And now he's literally a driving door wedge. And Noel gets past there. Actually, you know what? Do you know what? I was convinced that was my fault up until that. Ah, this bloody mouse Bluetooth driver. Right, let's go on board with Noel and do rear chase. Now, I would, if he was a bit quicker there, have conceded. However, I've got a better exit speed. I'm now ahead. Now I do need to turn in, but I need to give him a car's width. He takes a really tight line. I stay quite wide, but he's coming across. And the thing is, he's coming across. Do you know what? That's really difficult. It's really difficult to call. There's two ways of thinking about that. There's two ways of thinking about that. At this point, if he was accelerating away, I would say I need to concede. He's given me room on the left, but it's this bit here. Let's go. Now, I am running out of room on the left here. You know, I have to get off of this because there's a little bit of AstroTurf there, that green bit here. So I can run over this, that's fine. But what I can't do is touch this bit of this. So I have to get my left wheel has to be on that white line, has to be. If we go to left suspension of me, so I have to be running here, right? Because if I go, and bearing in mind I'm in the cockpit, I'm not cockpit. Yeah, I mean, to me, driving, I'm somewhere here. I don't know exactly where, but I'm somewhere here. And the problem is, I know that this bit here is coming up. And what I can't do is I can't run onto that. So I do come across a little bit. How far over do I come? I mean, yeah, in fairness, I probably could have stayed out left a little bit. Where's the right front suspension? Let's have a look. I mean, I'm coming across. I'd say he's coming across as well. I mean, I think he's making his move across to take the racing line, but he hasn't cleared me. I could have stayed a little bit further left as well. You know, so I'm coming across. He's coming across, but he hasn't cleared me. And I think I have to say one of the rules, you know, when you're driving is if you think you've overtaken someone and you're approaching a corner and you want to get back onto the racing line, he has to get back on the racing line. And the reason he does is because if he tries to take that corner there, on this slide, he's going to have to slow considerably. Or if he doesn't slow enough, he'll be really slow out the exit, which means all I have to do is creep up here and then take a nice apex into here and do him on the home straight. Bearing in mind this is the last corner, so like the finish line's like, you know, over here somewhere, sort of down here somewhere. Can't see it on the screen. There you go, down there somewhere. So this is last shot saloon. You know, he has to cut me off here. He does. He has to stop me because he has to get the best racing line he can out of here. Otherwise, all that's going to happen is he's going to give me room, give me room, give me room. He's going to have to be slow in, and he will be slow out, and I'll be slightly, well, probably same speed entering the corner, but I'm going to have a much better line coming round, and I'll undercut him basically. So he has to cut me off to win. He knows this. So I think he does come across in the hope that he has cleared me, but I would argue that he hasn't. That's the first collision there, although it doesn't look like it, it is. Because what happens is now is he gets unstable, even though he's technically almost past my car now, but just due to netcode and sync and everything else, that's what's now registered. My car is now turning in prematurely because of that impact. He's now lost speed, which means I've now shunted him, and yeah, I mean, he lost out, but I have to say, yeah, I have to say, I mean, I'd call it a racing incident. I mean, he's got such a much better exit out of that, but he for some reason just doesn't, and then he just cuts across. But you know, if he'd have kept going another 30 meters, 20, 30 meters, he probably would have cleared me, and then he would have cut me off. But I think he moved across too soon. Well, you know, should I have given up the fight at that point? I mean, I would have eased off eventually because I would have tried to have got up the inside of him coming out of the last corner. But yeah, okay. I mean, I was ahead of him until Raphael had his little spin anyway. So that's what we could do. Let's go back to when he did have his little spin. Keep going, keep going, keep going. When was it? I think it was this lap, wasn't it? I think it was only... There it was, yeah, it was here. Yeah, that was it. So what did he do there? Let's have a look. So... Ooh, yeah, just locked up a little bit. And I guess that was tight there, wasn't it? It's almost like an exact... Yeah, he just locked up a little bit. And then, yeah, I just took a nice tight. But that's exactly what would have happened on the other... In the first, in the incident that happens after this, but the first one we just showed, is he's locked up. I mean, good driver. Good driver. He's locked up. He's realised he's made a mistake. He knows I'm going to come up the inside, so he slows down, lets me go past, and then plants it here. So he gets a much better exit. Except, you know, he's got a much better exit, but he's faster than me. But he knows if we both try and go down and fight round here, we're going to both luck out. So I think he probably just decides to compose himself. But yeah, that was that really. Oh, so what did I lose? That's about 37 IR. I mean, that wasn't a bad race. Enjoyed that. I think I got down to the 123s. So let's have a look. What was my fastest of that? Yeah, 123.2. So, in fact, the last 10 laps were all in the 123s. So yeah, I mean, bearing in mind if I'd done some practice and been doing this circuit all week, you know, you can normally find 8, 9 tenths. I'm pretty proud of that.
2 litres left.
2 litres of fuel left apparently. So crew chief has just told me. Let's turn him off. Anyway, thanks for watching the stream, and I'll be back on probably tomorrow night. Good night.